It's one thing to get someone to sign up for your free trial or the free tier of your SaaS business. It's a whole nother business to actually convert that user to a paid user. You want to make sure they're set up for success. You want to make sure they stay as a paid user. And you want to make sure they don't just stay stuck in the free tier or the free trial and then move on. Here's the big question though. How do you actually create a marketing funnel so you convert your free trial users or your free users to actual paid users? In this episode, I'm going to walk you through the 3 principles that you absolutely need to know on how to increase the conversion rate from your free tier to your paid tier. And when you implement these 3 principles and take the bonus principle at the end of this episode, you will be able to accelerate your path to that next stage of growth. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. On this channel, I help SaaS founders like you grow your SaaS business faster with an unstoppable strategy. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your SaaS business faster. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon where you'll get notified every single time I drop an episode with the TK energy. Now, if you're already part of this community, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching programs, if you're a customer of one of my SaaS products, my people, welcome back. It's really awesome to see you over here. I remember when I started my last company, ToutApp, we offered a free plan. And then eventually we converted that to a free trial. However, when I first was starting out, when I was driving growth, the greatest feeling in the world was when I would get that mobile notification saying that someone converted from that free tier to that paid tier. We offered a $30 a month plan, and it was really meaningful to get that momentum going. Ever since then, I have been obsessed about creating product-led experiences that guide users through a free trial or a free plan to a paid plan. So that way there's less of a sales effort needed. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through the 3 principles I've learned the hard way on how to increase your free to paid conversion. And also I'm going to give you a bonus principle all the way to the end on how to make sure that you retain those customers as paying customers as well. So if you're excited to dig in, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's dig right into it. So principle number 1 is the overall funnel that you actually need to think about when you're thinking about free to paid is you essentially have your website and you do all kinds of things to drive traffic into this website. Then you convert them to an actual free trial. This is when they get into your product. It could be a free tier, or it could be a 30-day trial period or a 14-day trial period. You could ask for a credit card, you could not ask for a credit card. These are all little nuances that you could be thinking about to get more people into a free trial. And then comes the fun part. You actually want them to have an experience so that they experience your product, they use your product, and they actually convert to a paid customer. And not only that, you want to make sure that you retain them. They keep paying you for as long as possible, ideally for life, so that they stay a customer and you actually get that retention. You get that recurring revenue because that's what makes SaaS businesses so powerful and so popular. So that's the core funnel that we're talking about. Now, let's talk about some of the things that you can do right at this free trial phase to actually increase the conversion rate to paid customers. Now, in my last company, we amassed 100,000 registered users. And over that time, we also amassed 10,000 paid users. So roughly 10% of the people that became a registered user, whether it was on the free plan or the free trial, converted to paid. So that is a pretty good benchmark that I've seen as I've coached other SaaS founders. You want to be converting 10% of your free trials. If you're below that, that means you're probably not doing one of these 3 things. If you're above that, it means that you have a really great business. You can focus on other parts like driving in more users. Over the years, I've started to learn that there's 3 key ways that you can actually increase this conversion rate. The first thing that I've learned is to actually have a new user experience. Now, everyone thinks they have a new user experience until I actually work with them. Everyone thinks that the new user experience is about introducing them to the product and showing them everything that exists. So you have a typical tour, or you have a welcome video, or you give a little cute little letter, and you say, here's all the things, choose your adventure and figure out what you need to do in the product. And you hope that they convert because they're like, oh my God, this product is so valuable, so amazing, they have so many features, I'm totally gonna convert. And that's usually where people go wrong and founders go wrong. This is where baby TK went wrong. What you actually wanna do is create a new user experience that drives to one aha moment as quickly as possible. In your product, there's probably one core product loop. loop, there's probably one key action that you can take. And once they take that full action, they're going to see one of the initial benefits of the product. For ToutApp, my last company, which pioneered the sales engagement space, all we really needed to do was get them to use a template, send an email, and see the email tracking come through. That was a core loop. And so we architected our entire new user experience so they would take that one action, because by the time they sent that one email and saw the tracking and saw that they could follow up, they were hooked and they were like, oh my God, how do I do this 100 more times? We knew that if we got them hooked in the new user experience on that one core loop, they would explore all the other features like follow-ups, tasks, syncing to their CRM, and all the other magical features that grew our user base and our revenue base. But initially, for that first 5 minutes, we crafted that new user experience so that as quickly as possible, with as few clicks as possible, we could get them to an aha moment using that one core feature so they would do it over and over and over again. And that alone increased our conversion rates. We tracked this every single week. We looked at our conversion rates, we tweaked the new user experience, and every week we would see it go up. And we kept tweaking that new user experience to make it go as high as possible, make that conversion rate go as high as possible. And then we just didn't touch it because it worked so well. After you do the new user experience, that's not enough. There's a second thing that you can be doing to increase your conversion rate. And that is creating a special email sequence that supports the new user experience. So a lot of times, again, new user sequences are essentially welcome, we're so awesome, here's case studies. It's like, look, they're already in the product. So stop confusing them, stop trying to sell them, get them to that core product loop. So what we would do is we would create an email sequence that kept bringing them back to the new user experience so they kept taking that next step. So the email sequence reinforced what we had in the new user experience because we knew we get them to that core product loop, they're going to be successful, they will convert. So we're going to create the new user experience in the product and the email sequence to get them back into it. That way they are hooked for life. Those were the first two things that really moved the needle. I do have a third one, but before I go to the third one, let me pause here for a second. And then I have a bonus one on actually how you can drive the retention. But let me pause here for a second. If you are starting to see the power in this, if you're starting to see the power of how to think about your marketing funnel, especially around the free trial to the paid customer conversion level, you're starting to see the power in this. Can I just get a yes in the comments below? And also smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. Also, if you're grappling with these pieces right now on what's my marketing funnel, how do I convert free to paid, how do I get more people starting my free trial, this is why I created my SaaS go-to-market coaching program. Inside of this program, I work with you to actually figure out how to fix your marketing funnel and scale your growth. You don't have to go anywhere right now. I'll link to it below. I'll tell you more about it at the end of this episode. Let's go to principle number 3, and then we'll go to the bonus one. So you've done the user experience. So that way, when they get into the product, you know they're gonna be taken care of. You've done the email sequence. That way, if they leave right away, you can bring them back into the new user experience. You can nurture them to that core loop. There's a third one that we've seen across our product companies today where it really changes the game. One of the things you can offer is a VIP onboarding. And this is where, as part of the new user experience or as part of the email sequence, you can detect, hey, it's been 3 days in their 30-day trial or 14 days in their 30-day trial, whatever it may be, and they just haven't taken any action. They haven't done the user experience. They haven't really engaged with the email sequence. We haven't been able to bring them back. And we need to do something because we don't want to lose this user. So one of the things you can do is you can send out a personalized email, or you can do a pop-up in the product that offers them a VIP onboarding. It's super simple. You basically say, hey, we noticed you signed up. We would love to show you how to use the product and get the ultimate benefit that they signed up for, the core result that they signed up for, your value prop. And you offer them a 30-minute call, completely free, no extra charge, because you know that they signed up for a reason. There is a revenue opportunity, but you also know your automated systems, number 1 and number 2, isn't going to convert them. So you might as well not take a loss. You go in and figure out, hey, what can I do to help you be successful? This actually works out in 2 key ways. 1, you learn where they got stuck. And that way you can go back to the email sequence and you can go back to the user experience and tweak that. And you also are able to make sure that you increase your conversion rate. That way you have a no user left behind policy where if they start a trial, you're gonna do your best to figure out how to get them to success and actually paying. So those are my 3 core principles. I do have a bonus one for you. If you've gotten value with the first 3 that I've shared, if you're still watching, you probably have, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's go to the bonus one. The bonus one that I have for you, and I'm gonna call this bonus, is ad retargeting. One of the things that we always do is we run ads to get net new people, which is totally fine. But one of the things that I've learned along the way is if you retarget your free trials and you retarget your paid customers, then you reinforce the value of your product and it helps them stay for longer. So essentially what you're doing is you're kind of selling the value of your product even for the people that are in this part of the funnel. So for your free trial, you can actually run a retargeting ad just for that audience, people that have logged into your product but are still on trial mode, and get them to come back into the product so that the new user experience kicks in for them again. And for the paid customers, you can run valuable content or VIP onboardings or content around special features that are coming out so you can actually continue to sell to them and provide more value and keep selling them one more thing, which actually increases the retention. So these are already paid customers. They're going to be paid customers, so you know you can spend a little bit of money, and retargeting is a lot cheaper anyway because you've already pixeled them from your product. So it makes a great way to actually increase this conversion rate, but also your retention rate. Now, other intangible that I've seen is when you have a proper user experience, when you have a proper email sequence to support that user experience, when you do VIP onboardings, you essentially set up your customers for success, so retention automatically goes up versus people that forgot to turn off the credit card or cancel their account. They let 2 months pass, they never use the product, and then they cancel. So you're setting up your customers for success. So not only are you converting more, you're retaining more customers because you just have more successful customers. And those are the 3 things. And the bonus one that has always helped all my SaaS businesses. If you got value from this video, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It just loves it when you do that. Also, if you're in this stage where you're like, TK, I need to figure out what my new user experience is. I don't know where my core loop is. If you're trying to figure out what is the email sequence that I sent to actually support my new user experience, you're thinking about, well, what does a VIP onboarding look like? How do I set it up? If you're thinking about, well, TK, this is great, but I have 5 people doing my trial. I just need more people starting trials. I need more traffic. Then what you're really dealing with is how to build a proper go-to-market strategy. This is what I do inside of my SaaS go-to-market coaching program. Inside of the program, we work together to help you unlock growth for your SaaS business. The way we do this is we actually work together to build a scalable go-to-market strategy. We do this in 3 core parts. Inside the go-to-market program, first, we're gonna flesh out your ideal customer profile. The more specific your ideal customer profile, the better you're going to be in attracting the right people and the right free trials, and the more likely you're going to convert them. Once you do that, then comes the second pillar. This is your manifesto. Your manifesto is your messaging, it's your positioning, it's getting clarity on exactly the transformation you're bringing to your customers. This helps you attract more customers. Also, it helps you architect your new user experience and the messaging around your email sequence. Once you've done those 2 pieces, you have your go-to-market strategy. That alone will be able to be implemented in your free trial process. But also, you're gonna want more users. You're gonna want more free trials. So the third pillar of the program is how to run a Broadway show. The Broadway show is a consistent set of sales and marketing activities that you can run to attract more free trials into your marketing funnel, and you'll be able to convert more of them and retain more of them with all the other pieces that I teach you. It is an incredible program. 50% of the founders in the program are bootstrapped, 50% are venture-backed. About 50% are sales-driven, and 50% are product-led. Either way, what we're able to do is we're able to revamp your go-to-market strategy, and we're able to unlock growth. It's an incredible program. We shared case studies from the program over here. Typically, founders that join the program are able to revamp their go-to-market strategy within 3 weeks of joining. So if you want to work together, just go to tkkader.com/GTM. tkkader.com/GTM, and you'll get all the details in there. Now, the better the fit, the better the results, which is why we ask you to fill out a little form and book a time with us. On the call, we'll figure out exactly where you are, what you're struggling with, and what your goals are. If it sounds like it's a fit, we're off to the races right away. I sincerely hope we get to work together, so just go to tkkader.com/GTM. Lastly, I sincerely hope you got value from this video. If you did, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you have a fellow team member, if you have a co-founder, if you're part of a Slack group or WhatsApp group with other founders that will get value from this video, please share this with them. We want to serve as many founders as possible. Also, I drop an episode every single Sunday with actionable strategies and tactics from the trenches on how to grow your SaaS business faster. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon, and you'll get notified every single time I drop an episode. And lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. When you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I'll see you in the next episode or inside the SaaS Go-to-Market Coaching Program. Take care, everybody.